then if everyone recalls, the eggs did hatch into teeny tiny little babies, and then a squirrel murdered them, and that was the end of that. So butt fucking. Drew, you said you had a butt fuck. Drew,
they're the liberal rednecks. They like cornbread, butt sex. They care way too much, but don't give a fuck. They're the liberal rednecks that makes some people upset, but they got 3 big old dicks that you can suck.
Well, here we are. Where's Drew?
Huh? Yeah, what do you think about that? Huh?
It's fun.
Yeah, it is fun. What if we were like those guys? We were just like, "What's up, everybody? Come see us at. We'll be at the Punchline in Atlanta on March 5th. You know, like real radio guys."
Yeah. Where'd you get that? Did you make that?
No, I didn't make that. Although I have been making beats. I didn't make that. This is just on this platform that we use. I guess some people, when they're streaming, I would understand if it was like a video game stream. I guess they have this music for you to just lay on the bed, you know, lay as a music bed to have stuff going at all points. And I listened to that one and I thought, I like that. That's fun.
That's a thing that, like, I don't know. People get that and I don't. Music, like,
what do you mean? What do you mean?
No, obviously, no. Obviously, I know that music hits. I was just hitting the way I said that, what I mean is, like, so you sent me a clip the other day of a little Twitch streamer motherfucker, which I don't normally traffic in, but this guy was just playing a video game and he was super broed out, seemed like he was high or something. He was like, and he's just playing this video game and just rambling. And he's like, I just rewatched some of the Harry Potter movies and fucking there wasn't nowhere near enough hating going on. I'll tell you that right now. Fucking new kid shows up, immediately QB1 on the Quidditch team. Fucking gets all. He's like, hell no, I wouldn't be having it, dude. I've been hating like a motherfucker. Fuck that shit, whatever. And that was funny, but also that dude. Like, to me, I thought the real stroke of brilliance was that guy. I assume he posted his own clip.
Yeah, sure.
That guy added like part of the score from the Social Network. Trent Reznor's score from the Social Network movie. Yeah, which was just it really elevated it. Really elevated tremendously. At the other side of that is that everybody that ever makes a TikTok thinks they got to have some kind of music on it. So they'll put, it's just a cat doing whatever. And it's that, that, oh no. Fucking like that.
Dude. They do, by the way, boost your shit more if you put their stupid sounds. So that's why they're doing it.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, that's what I mean was like, people get that and I don't. Like, I don't ever think to add like music to me. It's like, because obviously I'm always talking, I'm always running my mouth.
My gerrymanders, yours wouldn't make sense to do, but my gerrymanders wouldn't hit as hard if I didn't have the political music because it's a campaign video. But yours that don't make sense. I don't think you're doing anything wrong.
But what about a cooking video that you're still talking?
No, cooking video for sure. You got to have music on that.
I know, but I feel like the cooking videos, like the ones where it's actually about the food and it hits. Food hits, they don't talk. You just see them cooking and they play music.
Yeah, but it still hits to have music in but you can just make it real low. You don't have to make it, but I still think those are instances where it does elevate it. Like your rants, to me, it would devalue them. You are the one putting them in that emotional space. You don't need ZZ Top to do that. But on cooking,
but what if it was like, fucking O Fortuna or something, if I'm like really on one, you know what I mean?
Okay, here's the thing, Trey. Don't let your dreams be dreams.
Like devil music or something.
Yeah, do it. On the next one, just put O Fortuna in the back. It's royalty free and just see what happens. Your career's not going to be over one video, I don't think. You're doing better than that, right? You can, risk it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I need to start thinking about it. So, but right.
I mean,
like,
I don't think for what we talk about,
that
this would be
just played the whole time. I was about to say, that would hit for people. I feel like to me, it seems like that would
like a buffer.
Right.
It's like when you're going into a different
it's like a
segment.
radio, you're coming back from an ad break or something.
Yeah,
you
if I
start
was
playing the
listening
music to signify the ad break is over, and you're like, "What's up, everybody? Welcome back." And then you fade the music out and you keep talking. Right? That's how you treat that.
And that's what we're doing right now on Jazzy J and Donald Butt. That's our names, I guess. No, we were Davey in the Butt. We did that.
Was it Davey in the Butt? 'Cause I was going to say, I feel like whenever I'm doing a fake morning zoo, referencing a fake morning zoo thing, I thought I always said Dickie in the Butt.
I'm pretty sure. Well, and by the way, I am on IMDb. If you look me up, one of my credits is the Butt.
From what?
From the fucking your short.
What?
Communing with the Void. You didn't know that's on IMDb?
No, I didn't.
It's on IMDb.
I didn't put it on there.
Yeah, dude, I don't know. I'm so glad that this is happening right now because I'm like, I know there's someone that does that, but I'll look at the indie movies and I'm like, okay, so the independent artist is having to do that. Like, I know a major company would do that, but see, now with Communing with the Void, who the fuck did put that on there?
Who even knows about it?
Right?
Like, I never put it out or nothing.
I'm telling you, dude, I know this because I swear. Hold on, let me Communing. I'm on IMDb. Communing. Yep, Communing with the Void. Look here. Oh, sorry, guys. Communing with the Void. Trey Crowder, short. And you've got, and this, by the way, is why I'm now a multi-hyphenate on IMDb because I'm a producer on this movie. So you made me look really good. So yeah, the cast is Trey and as yourself and Corey Ryan Forster as Corey and the Butt.
And that's all that's listed?
Well, no. Then there's also Drew and the Void. Andy Morrow is Katie. Obviously, Jake Adams got first fucking billing. Jake Adams, you motherfucker. He's come up in the world since then. He got first billing. Jake Adams, medium void. Jimmy B, giant void. Will Bradley, small void. We got Andy Morrow, who played Katie. And, of course, our boy Val, who played the studio executive. Fucking, where James is?
He's Jimmy B, I guess.
He's Jimmy B. That ain't his professional name, though.
No, not at all. Definitely not.
So the only one that got miscredited is the only actual working professional actor.
Yeah,
that's hilarious.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't know any of that until just now. So that's
somebody
wild.
has edited this though because McBrayer used to be on here, and I know that because maybe I don't know that because I definitely would have like posted that as a screenshot, but whoever did it didn't put McBrayer.
Well, it's funny because I remember when I asked him to do it, I told him, I was like, you'll be uncredited, if you don't want, because I know a lot of times they do that.
Of course.
And so I think he was uncredited in the thing,
right.
So it would make sense that he's not on there.
Yeah, right, right.
But again,
who did this?
Mate, I have one.
We don't have to talk about it.
I don't want to mention it.
Yeah,
somebody we used to work with, maybe, possibly.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely
that would make sense. That would make the most sense.
That would make
now that I think about it, that's almost certainly.
I do wish you would put it on your YouTube, by the way. I'll publicly say it. I don't know why you don't. It's fun.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's just an art. If you don't want to talk about it, you want to talk about it. That's fine. But like, it's just artistically, you don't feel like you want to put it out, or just like think because it's like it's not like too much time has passed. It's about a timeless subject.
That is true. I don't know. I just didn't, especially looking back, like it.
And I can edit this out, by the way, if you don't want to go down this
hard enough. No, you don't have to edit it out. I don't care. People know it exists, and start clamoring for it. It's not going to change anything for me. I'm still not going to do it. So it's fine.
Yeah, I'd miss. We had a lot of fun, but we
did have a lot of fun making it. Yeah, but
we had so much fun making it.
Hell, anyway,
well, we got to do another one though that we can put out.
Well, how
much money do I need to raise? 50 grand.
I don't want to say this because I don't want to disappoint people. Except actually, we put this out there that maybe it'll be an impetus to not disappoint people. But I think we're like legit gonna try to make some sketches at some point in the relatively near future.
No, I know, and we should. We got to, we got to start making stuff. We were in the trans.
Dude, I think if you're comedians,
you need to do that.
Sketches is a better way to go than like a short film. I feel like if you're I agree, unless out of film school and you're trying to be an auteur or whatever, then you obviously got to make a short film. But like if
I
you're a
think you do
comedian, you're trying to get more
sketches.
followers and sell more tickets and
Yeah,
get
it's
the notice
sketches.
of studio executives and stuff. You got to do sketches because those are
I actually think the
clippable,
jump.
you know?
Yeah, I think the jump actually is like do comedians do sketch, and then do your Sleepwalk with Me, Birbiglia full feature. You know what I mean? Like
Yes.
yeah, that's the worst. Just skip shorts and go straight to feature. But like really for comedy,
Or
aren't comedy shorts. Like
or uh if not a feature, you know, like a pilot, like that's what
yeah.
apparently that's
Sunny.
what Shane Gillis did with tires, you know, because
Right.
he had Gilly and Keeves and shit,
Right.
which hit and became popular.
Right.
And then I didn't know this part. My reps just told me this because I thought that he just got pitched and got a pilot because he got
Me
so
too.
huge or whatever.
Me too.
But apparently he had done Gilly and Keeves and stuff and then had tried to sell tires. He hadn't like super blown up yet, and everybody said no. And then he just went and just filmed a pilot of tires.
Dude, you got to do that.
And then in the interim, he got more popular, but also he went and filmed the thing, brought it back and showed them, and then it got picked up by Netflix. Is what my reps told me. I don't know how true it is, but that's the right. That's the type. Yeah, you just got to make your own.
I mean,
stuff,
it's definitely
hard to do.
Well, and it's also I was gonna say it's easy to say because like you have to have money to do it. Like we
yes,
me and
but
you aren't.
That's part of what I've been thinking because I don't know about you, but I see stuff on Instagram and shit all the time that I definitely would classify as a sketch, but it's just done on somebody's phone.
Yeah,
you know
but
what I mean?
It looks great.
Well, no. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It don't. I'm not saying it doesn't. I'm not saying it looks bad. What I'm saying is it does not look like a Key and Peele sketch that was on TV and then turned into an Instagram thing.
Right.
It looks like somebody with their phone making an Instagram reel, except it is a comedy sketch.
Yeah,
and I feel like those play just fine.
They do play just fine. They do, but I would still always be. Part of me would be like, well, if these hit, you know, it would hit harder if we did. I would always still want to use that as a jumping off to like doing actual ones. But I mean, yeah. And I want to say this, like, it's easy to say like, you just got to make your own shit because me and you, I feel like we started to hit like, especially you in the transitional phase of like, you know, used to it was like, dude, what do you mean make your own shit? You pitch your thing to a network and they put you on. You know what I mean? And now the shift is very much like, no, they don't have as much leverage as they used to. So if you've got a little to spend on a pilot, just go ahead and fucking do that thing. You know what I mean? On that note, I've always wanted to know, and maybe you have an answer for this, but why aren't there dramatic sketches? You know what I mean?
Well,
like I just drama
the other day, I wouldn't call it. It's funny you say that because I've thought about that before too. I've had the thought of like, for me in my head, that was a like backdoor acting reel thing.
Yes. That's
where I was like, I thought about hollering at Earl and being like, "Hey, would it be crazy if we like, you know, just like filmed some just individual scenes?" And in my head, I would try to write them, and they wouldn't be funny. And like you said, the idea would be that they would just be like
good.
They would just hit. They'd be engaging or compelling or frightening or whatever the fuck.
You would have to add music to those, by the way.
Right. Yeah, I know. Yeah, and those they would need to look like
they would need to look good
thing.
Yes, for sure.
Except I will say, just the other day I saw and this is different because this is voice acting. So the visual doesn't even, because it was just a dude recording himself talking. But he was doing a dramatic scene as a illustration of like, this is how hard I hit as a voice actor or whatever.
Right.
And he was doing like an orc captain, basically.
Yeah, I love that.
And it was entirely serious. It's like, you know, we will feast upon your blood on the fields of battle, like that type of shit. But for like 3 minutes long, and it had millions of views, and people like, you know, everybody was just like, dude, this is the shit. This is awesome. And it wasn't remotely comedic. So,
but it hit, dude.
I know it did hit. That's what I'm saying.
You know my boy Yuri Lowenthal, don't you?
Yeah.
So, dude, I got to hang out with Yuri. We played opposite each other. I played this bumbling idiot who sells his soul to the devil, except the devil is the railroad man, and Yuri plays the railroad man. And we did this as a stage play. We did it for, oh my fucking Lord, Burns, you do have to cut this.
Burns.
Oh,
ain't no
this is
burns,
not,
baby.
this ain't,
Leave it.
it's me. Okay.
Please leave it in. That
No,
just because that's funny. What just happened?
no,
Are you talking about the
it's
old gods of
Old Gods
Appalachia?
of Appalachia.
I
Yes, and
see.
I'm
I
high,
saved
and I
it. It's
literally
fine. You
just
ain't got to edit none
I
of that.
just
That's
talk,
fine.
dude. I talk to Steve all the time. I'm just a little stony baloney, and I can't remember stuff sometimes. Any fucking ways. Me and Yuri got to go back and forth with each other. He's clearly better than me, but we got to hang out a little bit between the stage plays or whatever. And he would just like do some voices or whatever, and like just seeing that shit, like how it's like, how is that coming from the same dude? And like I would see his neck would start be doing different stuff. You know what I mean? Because he's like, that one's the diaphragm, and that one's here, and that one's here, and like those really good ones they'll tell you they're like. The way I look at voices now is I go, oh, you go from here to here to here. That's their voice. You know what I mean? Is like you go nasally in this, and then you sometimes it's 2 here, 1 here, 3 here, or whatever. And like it's just blows my mind.
I mean, I've told the story before, but I've said like in my 10-year professional career, I have never in my life felt more outclassed than when I did a table read for a animated Netflix pilot, and everybody else up there was like legit voice actors, including like, like Phil Lamar was there and people and it was nuts. I mean, I knew that
Lamar is unbelievable.
I just didn't give it the credit in my mind that I guess it deserved. I mean, I love
you
that
did,
shit.
but
I
it's
love
still
that
seeing
shit.
it as something
I've
different.
always been a fan of it and whatever. Like, don't get me wrong, but in my head, I was like, I like accents and shit. I can do voices a little, whatever. And then that day, I was like, oh my god, like, I was like, this is a whole different fucking ball game than what I was thinking. I'm over here in the sandbox. They're in Dodger Stadium. Like,
because it's like it has nothing to do with appreciation. Like like you can know something is great or whatever, but when it's fucking like with live music, dude. Like imagine if we had actually got to see Skinner do fucking the solo from Freebird. Like imagine actually fucking seeing that. Like you've heard it a million times. Of course you appreciate how badass it is. But like if you got to see them prime doing it, same thing with like Magic. I see Magic on TV, it blows my mind. But when fucking Magic Mike is in front of us doing that shit, it is such next level, man.
Yeah, Magic, I don't even know. I'm like I'm damn near a black feller when it comes to Magic specifically, because I just can't.
That's the one stereotype.
It just blows my mind, every time.
That is like the one stereotype that you can feel safe in being like, that one's got to be pretty true. And here's the reason. There's not a hidden black magician. And like, black
David
people
Blaine's
are the best.
Black, isn't he? Is he not black or at least half black?
I didn't know that. If so,
sure, he's something, right?
He's something, but might I add, you know what I mean? I mean, like Cedric,
yeah, 2 chains, 2 wands, fucking 2 rabbits,
like,
2
whatever
rabbits.
Media, and I know this sounds racist, but I'm just being honest. In every medium of entertainment, they're the best at it. Like at the top, like they even got golf. You know what I mean? So like the fact.
Okay, well, again, dude, if he is half black or whatever, David Blaine is. I would say he's the best. Then
it just works. Yeah,
right. It just be like that. I don't know, man. Maybe he isn't. I don't know.
But now that I'm thinking about him, he's sort of got a Rick Fox thing going on. But like with David Blaine, like maybe that's how good he is that I just don't see color. He makes us not racist for a minute.
He achieved, like multi-ethnicity or something like that, just through sheer mind power or whatnot. It does feel like if a magician was given the ability to choose what ethnicity they present as, they would choose, just nebulous. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like they would want to be.
I don't want you to know who I am.
Yeah. Exactly. Right. It feels like that would be the choice they would make.
That would be the
for some reason.
Of course, because like you've got the audience confused even when you're not doing the trick. You know what I mean? It's just a constant state of what the fuck is happening here.
Okay, according to okay, well, one of this is funny. So if you type in like David Blaine, one of the suggested searches is David Blaine white, right? Which I thought people are searching is David Blaine white. So I was like, I'm not alone in this.
Please let him be white.
I was like, is that other people have wondered this. But when you look up his ethnicity, a couple things funny about this. So according to Google AI, which could be wrong, says that he's his dad is Puerto Rican and Italian, right?
Okay, well that's
and his mom is a Russian Jew, right? So which would make him Jewish, I think, right? Because if your mom's Jewish, you're Jewish. That's how that works.
Yeah, that's how it works.
So he's not black, but you know, he got a little flavor to him.
He was what, Puerto Rican?
He ain't entirely mayonnaise. Italian, which is we know we count as white here, but Puerto Rican, white, obviously. But
stated by the Super Bowl,
his birth name is David Blaine White. So
okay, it's a good change.
That's why, yes, it is. Yeah, David White would not have gone.
That doesn't hit at all. David Blaine sounds awesome. Like David Blaine is
and that's a chicken or egg thing. Do you think you think that because we know how wild he is? Yeah. Like if you met an accountant named David Blaine and this David Blaine didn't exist, would you think anything about that at all? Would you be like, that's a wild name for an accountant? Because I don't know if you would. But I agree with you that it suits him. Like it works. It fits.
Blaine. Like Blaine sounds like Blade, like Blaine. Like it's just a showy name. But like, you know, I don't know if we've had this conversation, but like you think Satan be that way? Because I feel like the word Satan just goes hard as fuck. But like, of course, that is the devil. You know what I mean? So if Satan didn't mean, if I just randomly heard the word Satan and had no context, would I still think that word goes? I think I would.
I agree with you.
Metal also. Metal sounds like what it is.
Yeah. It's hard for me to imagine not feeling that way about Satan as a name, you know, but if that wasn't the name of the devil and someone just said that, you know, I don't know, maybe not.
Also, let me run down the devil's side names. You got the devil, Satan, Beelzebub, Lucifer. I mean,
Lucifer is fire. I've always been a little iffy on Beelzebub. I think it's just the bub, like bub. To me, is not, you know, my sister calls my nephew Bub, you know,
right? Like if J.K. Rowling wrote a redneck mechanic, his name would be Beelzebub or something like that.
Yeah. Or it's like if my sister was hammered drunk and he was going too hard and she was trying to tell me, like, you know, be easy with that or something. You know what I mean? Like Beelzebub. You just sound, Bub just sounds.
That doesn't sound,
dickish. To me, I've always thought that. I've always thought that Beelzebub don't.
But Lucifer, that's the one.
Lucifer, head must bow, every tongue must profess. Like that one fucking goes hard.
Let me look for a lot of the other.
Well, dude, we talked about this recently. I don't know if it was on here or if it was POA because we talked about. There's the Morning Star or whatever. Remember, it was definitely POA because it was like both him and Jesus were called.
The Morning Star.
And we were talking about how there's multiple instances of parallels in the Bible between Jesus and Satan or whatever, for whatever reason. Anyway, I don't know. But I know that like there's like biblical demons. Well, I don't know how biblical they are. I know that the church over the years has conjured demons and stuff. And they usually have very demon-y sounding names. Like I know, like, you know, Azeroth. I mean, that's
God, Jesus, Azeroth.
Super demon-y, you know.
Oh, my God.
Bilal, Bilal, Bilal.
Yeah, because some of these don't go that hard. Like the Accuser, that don't hit. The Serpent, that don't hit. Murder,
the Serpent don't hit for you. It's too plain.
Well,
you think?
Actually, you know what? The Serpent. I guess no. The Serpent actually is a super metal name, and snakes are about as metal as a. Yeah, dude. Honestly, but I don't. But see, that's chicken or egg to me too. I've always thought snakes were the most metal of animals, but is that because they are Satan? You know what I mean? Like my whole life I've known that snakes was the devil.
Yeah, but I mean, Joe Zimmerman has that great bit about snakes and having snakes for pets or whatever, you know, and I don't remember all of it. I don't want to butcher it, but it's him being like, you know, I just can't imagine choosing a snake as a pet. It's like, you know, would you like the puppy dog or the snake? You know, and the one puppy dog, look, he's got his tongue out, his tail's wagging, whatever else. Like, oh, look over here, look at the snake. He's banging his head against the glass. He sure seems like he hates you. You know, you want the one that all children around the world love, or the universal symbol for evil? Which one would you like to take home with you? You know, but that like. Again, chicken or egg. The Bible was written by people, right? Obviously.
Yeah. dummies. Not really. I mean, it's a book goes hard.
Snakes, it's always been snakes, as long as it's been us.
Yeah.
They picked a snake, I assume, because people have always been like about snakes.
Of course, you're 100%.
They never would have put a dog in the Garden of Eden, or a chicken in the Garden of Eden, right? Yeah, exactly. So
that wouldn't have worked.
So the snake been going hard, is what I'm saying, since day one. So here's some other demon names. I said Azeroth. I know that in some video games and stuff they use Azeroth.
Yeah, what's the other X-Men?
It's Astaroth. Astaroth is the biblical, or whatever you call it. So these names are found in Christian demonology, such as the Ars Goetia. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but it's a. So I'm saying back in the church, when the church was way more metal and stuff, they used to fuck
super
with
metal
and shit, and they'd have demonology books and shit. Right. And it's like, so anyway, Asmodeus.
I love that. That also sounds like something for constipation.
So Asmodeus is the demon of lust and sensuality. So
I made up with that one.
Suck it, demon.
That needs to be a candle. We need to sell that. It's that with the suck it demon.
Astaroth, as we said, Azazel.
Azazel, that's the one from X-Men. They call him Azazel.
Yep, you're right.
That one goes really hard.
I said Bilal, it's Belial, and Bilal is the Diablo game franchise version of it.
That's how I feel when someone is doing a cover of I ruined the joke because I couldn't think of the Lyle Lovett song. Fuck, that's okay.
Another famous one in my mind, anyway. Mephistopheles. That's
Mephistopheles is very good.
Sometimes shortened to Mephisto.
Also in X-Men.
That's it. Well, he's in Marvel. He's the demon in Marvel universe. He's also a demon in the Diablo universe, the very famous video games.
Those games hit, by the way.
Dude, Diablo 2, when I was a teenager, we probably played, and I say we, I mean me and the Salina boys, we probably played Diablo 2 more than literally any other video game ever made, I would say.
You can get the old ones on PlayStation Premium.
I know.
And like, I know they make new ones. I'm aware that they make new ones, but there's something about playing the ones that me and the homies
I can't believe. I mean, I guess I kind of can. When I was a young dumbass listening to Be Like That by Three Doors Down, rest in peace, by the way.
Oh yeah, man, pour one out.
When I was listening to Be Like That at the fat young age of 12 in Salina, Tennessee, and knowing I was going to go into comedy, but thinking I would also, of course, be an auteur aside from that, right?
You're an eater, I think is what you are.
Yes. What I wanted, one of the things I always wanted that I thought I would do as a teenage dreamer was adapt Diablo. And of course, I'm never going to do that, but I don't know why that
somebody
hasn't been done. Because it's just like metal as fuck, Lord of the Rings, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like there's lore for days in those games, and it's like, but
they're doing Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, I know. Right. So, personally, I'd rather it be Diablo than Baldur's
Gate. Me too, but I'm just saying, like, you can only do so many of those at a time. Well, no, they can't. They do superhero shit.
Diablo's been around for years. Baldur's Gate 3 just became massive. Baldur's Gate has always been a big franchise, but Baldur's Gate 3 is one of the biggest games of the past 5 years, and it's red hot right now. But Diablo has been, again, Diablo 2 was huge in 02, 03, which is also when the Lord of the Rings came out. Yeah. And I just feel like that shit was ripe for that type of treatment. But I think the reason, at least one of the reasons why it might not have been done, is because Diablo is way darker and more metal, which is what I like. But you can't pour hundreds of millions of dollars into a hard R-rated super metal fucking Lord of the Rings type thing, because it ain't never going to make money back.
A show
would still be expensive as fuck. And
I know it would be, but
like, I mean, again, I would love it. But you know what they're also doing? Apparently, I know we're all over the place, but Henry Cavill. All right, sorry, minor technical difficulties, but I was going to say Henry Cavill's doing something that's kind of close to that I'm excited about and kind of surprised by. But they'll have to wait, because first you got something to tell everybody, right, Joe?
I do have something to tell everybody. Everybody knows that I am the picture of health, an Adonis, sculpted like a god, and everyone wants to be me. No, actually, that's not true. I'm trying to get my life back in order. on the eating train. And one thing that really helps me is having HelloFresh. And by the way, please don't think that I'm only suggesting that HelloFresh does healthy stuff, because that's not true. They also got plenty of that butter succulent stuff. But they just make it easier for me, because with HelloFresh, you just get a box of food, and it's awesome food. It's great food. Like, genuinely, like, and the thing too, Trey talks about this all the time. I hate wasting things, and HelloFresh gives you every single thing you need and nothing you don't. It has also turned my wife into a cook. She thought that she couldn't cook. She just never tried it. We started doing HelloFresh, and she's like, well, I'll try one of the meals. And she cooked it, and she's like, oh my God, this tastes great, but I can't cook. How is that possible? And I'm like, but you did. She's like, no, I didn't. I just followed the instructions. And I was like, lady, that's what cooking is, right? And now my wife is absolutely jujitsuing it in the kitchen. So it's also a great tool to learn to cook if you want to. And for me, I was already cooking good, but I didn't realize how much lemon zest actually improves everything. But I learned that skill with HelloFresh. You can choose from over 35 high protein recipes each week, which, by the way, talking about looking good, they now have Mediterranean and GLP-1 friendly options. So you can feel great with wholesome ingredients like sustainably sourced seafood, 100% antibiotic and hormone free chicken. Dude, it's awesome. And by the way, now they have 3 times the seafood for no upcharge. And me and Trey have been talking about it for years. They got that hot new fish, the barramundi. Give it to me. All right. And look, the thing is, with HelloFresh, when dinner tastes this good, nothing hits like home cooking. It's home cooking you can do. You can have the good ingredients and all that stuff. Go to HelloFresh.com/WellRED10FM to get 10 free meals plus a free Z Willing knife, which is, by the way, $144 value on your third box. So just go to HelloFresh.com/WellRED10FM. Offer valid while supplies last. Free meals applied as discount on first box. New subscribers only. Varies by plan. Go get you some HelloFresh, and you get a knife.
Hits. Hey, look who it is. We're back. And Drew is joining us back from parts unknown. I was just gonna say Henry Cavill's doing a Warhammer adaptation somewhere.
Oh,
we got to talk about it. Do you know what Warhammer is, Drew? It's nerd shit.
No, but I've heard of it.
Warhammer is like orcs and stuff, but Warhammer 40K is like space orcs and stuff. So that's what I'm more into. And I think that's the adaptation he's doing. But that's the other one. It's like, I don't know how in God's name you could do an adaptation of that show if it isn't animated, which I don't think it's supposed to be, without spending an insane amount of money to make it look rad as fuck. But
nothing looks rad anymore, so
maybe
they don't have
that's
to.
what they're doing. Yeah.
How's your day been, Drew?
Not great.
Cool. Tell us about it if you want to.
Oh, it's just like dealing with some, medical stuff with the family, and then, having to drive in Nashville traffic, and then my day job has just been a nightmare. And then I'm behind on everything, and my car was in a ditch last weekend, and I got it out, but then I had to take it to the shop. When I took it to the shop, I found out I had to get new tires, and the new tires were $600. So it's just been a lot of life. And then also me and Corey have a show in Athens this weekend, and that's going to be fun. And I'm going to get a lot of this angst out. But there was a miscommunication. And I thought, anyway, I kind of stopped promoting it, but there's still tickets left. So we're going to promote it soon.
February 15th. We're doing it right now at HENDERSHOTS in Athens. We're closing out the Drive-By Truckers Heathens Homecoming weekend. It is going to be fun. Drew, how'd you get your car in a ditch? Was that a you thing, or was that a somebody else thing?
It was a snowpocalypse thing.
Oh, that was right. That's right. I forgot. Yeah. Snowpocalypse.
I mean, I don't mind rehashing it, but it was on me somewhat, because I'm a man, and anytime you run off a ditch, it's on you, son. But no, it was black ice or whatever they call it, which it's not black. I mean, can we talk about that?
But it's worse.
Wait, you did talk about this, right? Because I feel like, did I come in late or something? Because I asked if a dinosaur spit in your face or spit in the other guy's face.
That's right. That's right.
Because of the lynching scene in Jurassic Park.
Well,
they call it black ice because it's clear, and underneath it is black asphalt, right? That's why they call it that, isn't it?
I guess.
They call it that because of racism, in my opinion. Or maybe racism is why we call brown people black. But anyway,
I definitely think it's
what do you
what
call
Trey
brown
thinks.
people?
I know, I hear you, but I'm just
money.
saying, like, black, it doesn't matter. I'm like doing a BET joke from 1998. Why is the black rice gotta be wild?
Yeah.
what the fuck was I saying? The only reason I brought that up is that like that just set me back. Like I had plans that weekend, and then I got stuck in Knoxville.
Being set back sucks.
I still haven't completely recovered time wise. We've been talking about sketches. I've written the outlines for those like 3 times. I sat down to do them, and then like I had to go. Like, dude, yesterday I was about to write one of those sketches. My toilet got clogged. Okay, let me pause, go unclog the toilet. 4 hours later.
Damn.
When's the last time you had a clog last 4 hours? I've just been getting crushed.
I've gotten pretty adept at unclogging toilets over the years.
I guess I need more skills.
Reasons. Well, no, yeah, you ain't got to worry about it as much as I do. I can clog any toilet, baby.
Speaking of,
it don't matter.
We've talked about like parallel universes and string theory and like time being spatial and stuff on here. So I think this fits. I'm not kidding when I say this. I have taken the same shit every day for 10 days in a row. The same shit. Like it curves the same. It's everything about it. It's not like I'm shitting in a similar way. It's the same shit. Like I'm like every day I think I'm having a deja vu because I was like, that was yesterday's shit, which was the shit before. It's
more like a deja vu, am I right?
Yeah, there you go. Deja vu.
Well, that's what you want, ain't it? And that's the goal.
Yeah, because it's a hit and poop. But again, dude, like,
regular.
But dude, like no, but they're identical. You know what I mean? It's like it's not. I've pooped healthy before, but they were different looking poops. Something's up.
I don't want to know about this.
Okay. Well, that's all there is to know.
Or something like that. That's why I was just letting that pause be pregnant because I was like, oh, come on, Drew. And then that was, yeah.
This will hit for y'all. So today I was walking in the park as I do, and there was this guy, and he's like, I'm walking over to near where he is, right? And he's like, doing this, like, take your headphones out. I want to tell you something. I'm like, okay. And I said, hey man, how you doing? What's up? And he goes, hey, so just wanted to let you know that right up there. And usually that means snake, right? And I said, oh, snake, I'll go the other way. He goes, because it does. Like in the park, it's if somebody's walking, well, it is. It's etiquette.
No, I know. What else could they mean? You're in the park, right? Yeah. Unlike, I suppose, black person, gay, sex, something like that.
Bro, well, I told you about the goddamn gas station guy who I've talked to like pretty much every day because I'm there getting kratom or fucking vapes or whatever. And he's a nice enough dude, but like he's one of them, like he's a papaw, but he's a jacked papaw because they got them now, Yeah. And so he's like, man, this was a while back actually because I was starting to look a little better. He goes, man, you slimming up, dude. What you doing? I said, brother, I'm just eating right. And I walk in the park every day. He goes, over in the, really? And I was like, yeah. He goes, yeah, I used to run over there, but now, man, dude, there's dudes back there catching a butt fuck just, in front of God and everybody and the Satanist and everybody. And I'm like, really? You saw people butt fucking back there? He's like, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm like, I'm not saying that this guy didn't. All I'm saying is I think if you look at my step-o-meter or whatever, I've taken like 3.8 million steps in this park over this past several years. I've never even seen anybody kiss anyone of either sex, but whatever. So anyways, I'm like, oh, snake, right on. And he goes, no, not a snake. He's like, it's a red-tailed hawk is dead. And I go, oh, okay. I said, well, but dead birds don't bother me. I don't give a fuck. So like whatever. And he goes, no, it's a red-tailed hawk and like it's right over here. And I go, oh, dude, hell, I don't give a fuck. I see a dead bird, I just kick it and go on with my life. Like, and I'm sitting there thinking, like, does he think it's like got rabies or diseases or something? Well, no, turns out this dude is a fucking bird enthusiast, and he thought that I was gonna get just as hype as he was because there's a red-tailed hawk. And he was getting emotional about the fact that it was dead. And I was just sitting there being like, oh, just a bird? Who gives a fuck? You know what I mean?
What? So you're going to eat it or no, can I have it?
And I was a little high, so I still was not connecting the dots. And finally I just go, oh, yeah. I go, oh my God, and he showed me a picture of it. And I go, I'll have to go over there and take a picture of it myself. And which I did. And so there you go, guys. There's a dead red-tailed hawk.
I didn't know that birders also birded dead birds. I mean, I get that it's still exciting for them. Period.
He was
there was
upset.
a once living. Right, I know, but
Does it count?
Of it, right?
I
don't know. That's what I'm wondering.
Like if you have one on your list, text
Right.
Joe Zimmerman. You got his number. I want to see people kiss in the park. I got to tell you my catch a butt fuck story in a minute.
Have you not? Okay, we'll definitely want to hear that. Also, have you not kissed in the park? It seems like you would have.
Me?
Yeah, you and
I said I want to catch someone. Of course, I've done it. I'm not fucking gay.
I know that's what I'm saying. I'm saying like you're saying this guy says they do that, but
what am I, Trace? Some kind of homo? I've never kissed a man in a park.
Yeah, but I'm saying I thought it's a stereotype that a bunch of gay stuff does happen in parks, but also hippies like Drew be fucking in people be like fucking in parks. I thought, and I know you don't ever see them, but just in something of a defense of that Jack Papaw, even if he didn't see it.
It is a rumor.
Me and him both have gotten the impression that, that people be fucking in parks.
I get that impression too, but I won't. But he won't go to the park because of it. Whereas I'm just like, whatever.
Yeah. Well, and on that note, if you're gonna do it, you ought to stay out of the way so that you don't ruin the park for anyone, especially children.
Or get poison ivy on your fucking gooch hole.
That's part of it.
That's when you have to stay in the way.
That's an STD.
Out of the way. That's when you get the poison ivy on your.
That's true.
Hole. Joe, hey, if you don't mind, we're doing the WellRED podcast, and a bird question came up, so I thought I'd call you real quick, see if you answer.
Smart, great decision. Are we live or not?
No, not live, not like streaming, but it's being recorded. So, all right. So the question is just, does it count for a birder if you see a bird that is now dead? Because that happened to Corey in his park.
100% no. It has to be
Okay. Now tell
Corey, you can't have it in your freezer either. So on your plate.
So I asked him this.
Corey,
did he just say I'm going back to sleep? That's awesome.
No, he said you can't have it on your plate either. Corey met a dude in his park who was a self-professed birder who was very excited but also saddened because he had just found the fresh
red-tailed
corpse
hawk.
of a red-tailed hawk. Right.
Wow.
Yeah. And so then he was like, Corey ended up taking a picture of it and shit. And me and Drew were like, does that count though? And then that's when I called you. So
one, he's not that far off though, because let's say there's a really cool warbler that you've never seen, and this has happened, and and as the moment you see it, it gets knocked out and taken away by a peregrine falcon.
Yeah.
So you saw it alive for like half a second. That does count. That does.
That seems like that would count doubled to me.
Or even if you're watching it as it's dying, you could count it as it's dying. But a dead bird, dead bird does not count.
Okay.
There might be some ornithologist scientists out there who would have some caveat and disagree with me, but as a birder, as just a birding enthusiast, I wouldn't count it.
Okay.
It is cool. It is rare though. You'd see a dead hawk. Usually you wouldn't, because that's a bird of prey. Usually you wouldn't see a dead bird of prey.
You can't hear them because I've got headphones on. Corey wants me to ask you a question if you don't mind.
Okay. So I went up to the hawk. I took pictures of it and stuff.
Sure.
There's really there's no wounds or defensive wounds or anything. Is it likely that he just flew his stupid bird head into a tree and knocked himself dead?
So Corey has done like CSI birds on this crime scene where this hawk is. He said that he went up and investigated the corpse, and to his obviously astute, well-trained eye, there's no defensive wounds or anything like that, Corey says. So he's wondering, in your professional birding opinion, did it just fly into a tree and kill itself? This is literally the question Corey just asked. So
well, first of all, some birds do fly into windows because they can't see the window. I've never heard of a bird flying. That's
a good point. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, birds birds are pretty good at trees.
Yeah, that's true.
No defensive wounds. The most likely way for a bird to die in a city area, a bird of prey to die in a city area that I'm aware of, is that it eats a rat that's full of rat poison.
Oh, that's definitely what happened.
So
yeah,
if it ate a rat full of rat poison, it could die of poison and not have defensive wounds.
Yeah, well, this is in Chickamauga, Georgia, where it's his small town. So one of his neighbors was trying to poison a local dog, probably, and a rat ate that, and then the bird got the rat. I think we cracked it.
Maybe poison rat or mouse, but if there's no natural defensive wounds, I don't think a bird would die of old age.
Corey's about to be patient zero of a new strain of bird flu.
I was going to ask Joe how much an autopsy for a bird is, because I can go get it.
I don't know if bird flu goes to hawks, but definitely it could have died. Maybe it ate a bird with the bird flu. So definitely watch out for Corey to look for some bird flu symptoms for sure.
Right. Okay. Well, thank Joe. We appreciate it as always. Thanks for this.
This up. I don't know if you're hearing me on the air, but I do want to look this up now.
Yeah.
How would a hawk die and just be on the ground?
In Georgia. It's very specific. We'll see what Google's AI assistant has to say about that. I'm sure it's.
Well, I want to see how far off I am here because, you don't find a hawk laying on the ground very often. I guess the most common reason would be dehydration, plausible in Georgia. Secondary poisoning, yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
All right. Well, thank you very much for helping us get to the bottom of these bird-related quandaries today.
Go see Joe live.
One last theory for you. Electrocution if it was near a power line.
Oh, nope, there you go. It's in a park. He was out in a park, like a state park they have. So last question. Drew says, do birds ever commit suicide?
Well, I guess the windows could be
construed that way.
Yeah. I don't know if suicide. That's actually a fun question, which you guys can tell me. It's if suicide has ever been found in any other animal other than humans.
Well, the last time you were on the show in person, we talked about the infamous case of the lady jacking that dolphin off, and then later the dolphin killed itself. So, but dolphins are highly intelligent, obviously. So,
yeah, dude.
And some might even say in that case that dolphin died of a broken heart. So you might not even qualify that one that way. But I don't know. Also, lemmings. Everybody thinks lemmings hurl themselves off cliffs, but that comes from a 1960s Disney documentary where the producers threw lemmings off a cliff and then filmed it and then told everybody they were jumping off. So
Did you ever do a bit about that?
No, I have not.
I feel like that's ripe for a bit.
Yeah,
that is ripe for a bit.
If y'all want it, let me know, because otherwise I might try to look into that.
No, take it, buddy. That's you crush with the animal shit. So
I mean, that's so up my alley.
Yeah, no, go for it. Speaking of which, before we let you go, I mean, since you're on here, if you want to plug anything, if you're plug dates or something.
Well, yeah, I'm doing the Funny Bone in St. Louis, end of May. I'm looking forward to that. Several shows end of May, St. Louis, and I'm putting together a tour down south in September as we speak. Asheville, Raleigh, and all those places.
Right on. Well, one of the funniest dudes there is. Thank you very much, buddy. Always a pleasure.
Oh, I am honored to get any bird-related phone calls or identification texts. Very much appreciate it.
All right. See ya.
Well, that was lovely.
Yeah, good call.
I feel like, and I didn't want to do this via the telephone game or whatever.
Yeah, I know that did kind of suck that he couldn't hear y'all, because then we'd have to repeat everything for.
I feel like, and this is funny, I'm not besmirching my guy. This is hilarious. I kind of feel like the way he was like, well, let me tell you what does count.
Right.
Yeah.
And then he told that story. I think someone in his birding community said it didn't count, and he's fucking mad about it. He goes, let me tell you what does count.
Yeah.
Right. Is if you see a very rare warbler, and that warbler is killed, but you saw it alive for a second. Like, it sounded very much like
personal.
A defense, a defense of his thesis.
Because Joe doesn't raise his voice a lot.
I'm not a birder at all, but we have bird feeders in the backyard, and I saw some kind of hawk, and it was definitely like an adolescent. It was a small hawk, but clearly a hawk, like dive bomb a smaller, less hitting bird that was on our bird feeder, you know?
So the bird that got ate was a
and it was
dude.
like
you had it on camera?
Now, dude, I do not know how it didn't, because our bird feeders have cameras on them, you know, because we're white people. But it didn't either. Katie had let the battery die, or it's like a solar panel thing, and it hadn't charged it or something, even though we're in fucking California. But as soon as I saw it, literally as soon as I saw it, I texted Katie and I was like, check the app right now. I saw a fucking hawk. It'll, you know, not a hummingbird, but some other little hummingbirds do hit, even though
they do hit
tiny little bitches. But this was another one that like tiny little bitch birds that don't hit. Yeah, exactly.
And they wild, dude.
Yeah, and
did you see that guy? He got his camera shutter speed to the exact speed of a hummingbird. And so when you see this video, it just looks like the hummingbird's wings just stay out the whole time.
Right.
It's
yeah.
badass.
Camera shutter speeds are wild. Some of the effects people can achieve with them is pretty nuts. But, you know, everybody knows, their longtime listeners know this because I documented on the show at the time, but we had a hummingbird make a nest in our backyard once, and it was just palpable energy in the Crowder household that whole time.
Oh yeah,
hummingbird eggs.
Those are like your Tony Soprano ducks,
right? They're the size of jelly beans, you know. So I mean, it's just all adorable. And then, if everyone recalls, the eggs did hatch into teeny tiny little babies, and then a squirrel murdered them, and that was the end of that. So yeah,
it's the circle pieces of shit.
Anyway, so butt fucking. You said you had a butt fuck.
It's literally a catch a butt fuck story.
Hell yeah.
I got back to Knoxville, or I was in Knoxville doing comedy, and one of my buddies there, Andrew McCaffrey's very funny. He's only been doing comedy about 3 years. And he was like, how was Nashville? Blah, blah, blah. How'd your set go? Et cetera, et cetera. How did everyone's set go? And I was like, man, Corey said something about catching a butt fuck. And I don't even know what the joke is. I just keep thinking about catching a butt fuck.
I can't remember what the joke. I got those tapes, and it was it was something about the founding fathers. I'm pretty sure it was in that bit.
Something about Capri's.
Yeah. I said yes. I was like, no matter. I was talking about the founding fathers and how like everybody the same people that talk about their little kid can't wear a pink shirt from Target are the same dudes who worship the founding fathers, and all of those dudes are in drag. I'm like, they're wearing pantyhose, they got whatever. And I was like, and they've got their pantaloons, I said, which are actually like capris, which like, I don't care who you are. Capris are the gayest pants of all time. Like if you're wearing capris, you're out there trying to catch a butt.
So I said something like, I probably said something like he had this joke about the founding fathers dressing like women. Yeah. And it was, it was a good joke, but it was like, it's like not one but then he says to catch a butt fuck, and I can't stop thinking about it or whatever. And then like,
it's new, to be fair. It will be your favorite one.
So then like, we just talk like whatever. We just talk. And then 3 days later, I'm stoned at my house at like 11 PM, and I get a text, and it's from him. And he just says, to catch a butt fuck.
It's a great show.
And he's like, I can't stop thinking about it. And I was like, and I said to him, I want to pull it up because I want to quote myself properly. I said something to the effect of, now you know how my life is, Andrew. I want to find this. I want to get it right.
That also sounds like if Harper Lee had grown up in San Francisco and wrote that book about homophobia and here we go. At the time.
To catch it.
Yeah.
Here he goes. He said, catch a butt fuck, still stuck in my brain. And I said, that is his talent, and it is my curse.
Yeah.
I tour with a clown poet who haunts me.
Yeah, I'm like George Costanza in that way. Costanza.
And then you said it just now, and I was like, oh, I meant to tell Corey both about his poetry and I tour with the clown poet who haunts me is a fucking bar that
is a bar.
Comes out because of catching a butt fuck. Like art breeds art.
It does. No, it does, man. It's people don't understand that is the creative process. And here's the deal too. I had worked on that bit before Nashville slightly. Catch a butt fuck was added on stage without thinking about it. And I know it's because when I'm with y'all, I always in my brain, I'm like, obviously I'm playing for the crowd, but I got to give them something too. And I probably would have never thought catch a butt fuck if I hadn't been hanging out with you idiots for 2 days.
Well, speaking of catch-in and art,
butt fucking?
No butt fucking whatsoever. The TPUSA Super Bowl halftime show, that one song, which I don't know which one of them that was. That was Lee Brice or Brantley Gilbert. I don't know the difference between them.
Interchangeable to me.
But that song, and I don't know if people listening have seen it, but
do you have the lyrics pulled up?
I mean, I remember the better parts. It's just it literally starts with him going, he plays like a somber chord structure for a second, and he's like, I just want to catch my fish. I just want to drive my truck. I just want to drink my beer and fucking, and then the point, and it's like, without having to hear all this, unfortunate stuff all the time, which he means like people acting like little boys or little girls and shit like that. I don't want to hear all that. I just want to drink my beer.
Wait. I'm sorry. I got to get that.
Who was that? Who?
What's up, dude? You're on the WellRED podcast.
Oh, no fucking way. Right on. Hey, y'all.
Bobby Bowman, what's going on?
The man himself.
Bobby! Thinking about Corey, but I didn't have his number, so I just called you to get his number because he's the one I really like.
Right.
He has my number.
You know what? He's just likable. Just a likable, friendly, no drama. And anyway, I just wanted something pleasant. But I mean, there's other moods I can be in to talk to you, I suppose.
He called me and then shamed me. That's great. They can hear you. Can you hear them? Say what's up, guys.
Hey.
What's up, Bobby?
In big traffic. It's almost LA style, but I'm going from Chapel Hill to Raleigh. I just finished teaching over at UNC.
Well, hell yeah. We are recording. I can and will call you back. We had already done one call in with Joe Zimmerman. I figured it was fate that you called in too, so I was going to say hi.
Hey, holler if y'all ever want to do a Zoom call with a screenwriting class, a sitcom writing class. But they're mostly sketch comedy people in there because they get a kick. So I'll let you go. Go do important and soulful things. You know how much I love you. I love you, and this is something I've just been working on lately, and you can help me tweak it. I love you like I love fried chicken.
That's pretty good, dude.
I like it. I think I have something.
But it may be perfect as is. I don't know, but I'll let the masters figure it out later, y'all.
Love you, Bobby. Love you, Bobby. God damn it. For those of you that don't know, that is Bobby Bowman, who was our potential showrunner on yet another failed pilot that we had. But the show was, if it had ever come out, it would have been amazing. And Bobby would have been a huge part of that. And I love that motherfucker so much. And also, he definitely has my number.
Right. He was just.
That was for me.
Yeah.
It was, all I wanted was to talk to Corey. Oh, he's there listening?
He was going to live in my yard for 4 months and then he forgot.
Yeah, he does that. He was gonna sell me and Andy a van, and then he gave it to a addict, which is cool.
Why not?
But that song. Oh, you were right. Sorry, I was thinking you were like stopping me for some other reason, but it was just because Bobby was calling you. But that song, it's called "It Ain't Easy Being Country in This Country Anymore," and I just like
it's not.
Yeah, I think it is. So I mean, I assume that's what it's called because that's how the chorus goes.
No, Drew's saying it's false. Anymore. It's a false title. Right. Yeah, because dude, by the way, I love how these guys give themselves such achievable. I just want to drink my beer. I just want to fish my fish. All these achievable goals. And just go do it.
He does do it. I guarantee he does do that shit all the time. Well, maybe.
And dude,
maybe
you know what's
probably
funny
don't even like it.
Most of my buddies who are like that, they go, I just don't watch the news anymore because it's all just this, and this. But then they'll keep, every time I see them, they'll keep saying it. And I go, how do you know it's this, and this if you ain't watching the mother? You know what I mean? Like, just shut the fuck up. You can do, I do every single thing in that song. I can just also understand that there's a problem in the world too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what they can't be burdened with is I don't even want to know that people have it worse than me because that makes my enjoyment bad.
Right. Yeah, but I just don't. It also just musically, like, I don't know. I can't imagine being that like hack. And I know someone's like, oh, really? You can't imagine that? But like, you know, being that hack and not and thinking that you're hitting. You know what I mean? But I guess
Well, dude,
with those people,
they don't care.
Right. Yeah, right. With his
In that
base,
lane,
his fan
was
base
he
is
not
that
at the
they were
biggest dance?
cheering. I know, that's what I'm saying. Like for them, they were cheering him on the whole time. I know,
Of course.
it hits for them.
That
So
song's going to be on the
he's
charts.
doing
It's going to do
fine,
great.
but to me, it's just like I can't. You take like you. This ain't a bit. This is real, and I know that it is real.
Right.
But yeah.
Well, I mean,
No, it's
there's
beyond-
a claim out there, I think most famously put forward by Tyler Mahan Coe, that Okie from Muskogee is satire.
It is,
And
yeah.
when you listen to it now, whether it's satire or not, it's like whatever. But if you think it's not satire and you frame it inside the time period that it's written,
Right.
you would kind of come away like, oh, this is like really hack.
Right.
If it's not
That is a good
satire.
point.
So like people who didn't know it was satire, there's always a lane for that, man.
But you know what, though? The reason it's hack, though, is because Merle and those guys did this type of song better.
But
Like,
it's nostalgia porn almost. Dude,
Right.
By the way, it's happening in comedy too. And there's some jokes. I can think of 4 off the top of my head that I really like. But you can sort of see an angle. I mean, you have one, Trey, that I really like that I just thought of where I was like, hey, that will put that out and it will do well. There's this nostalgia thing, and there's different ways to do nostalgia, but like, and if you're on the right, that nostalgia, the desire for nostalgia is in all of us. If what you're nostalgic for is the time where you didn't have to even hear or know about gay people, or that black people had problems, anything that satisfies that is going to come across as not just saccharine, but like offensive. And that was offensively like head in sand. It's weird. It's weird to, as you guys pointed out, be like, I just wish I could fish, buddy. You can.
I know,
and you do. It
would be funny if it did work that way. Like like another unarmed black man is murdered, and now this guy can't fish. You know what I mean? But damn, I was gonna fish, and now I can't fish because of this.
Dollar General bags at half mast.
And that's the reason that I care about this so much is because I can't fish because of it.
Well, that's what I was going to say. It's also wild because it's like, wow, I'm glad that you're upset that this keeps happening and ruin your fishing day.
Right.
Hey, we have proposed some solutions.
Right. Yeah.
To stop this. Oh, you just want us to not talk about it. My bad.
Yeah, my day's only a little bit busier than that, guys. I just actually stopped to think about how bad the world is. It's like, dude, you don't even have to do anything about it. Like, you just go, just fucking going with your life.
I think there's real danger in nostalgia and the desire for it, because I think it's one of the easiest to, I don't know what the right word is, pervert, hack, manipulate, dude, ads. Like marketing is essentially just art used for commerce. Sure. And however you feel about that, whether you're like, yeah, it's fine if some people do it, or it's totally gross, or you're somewhere in the middle, you can't deny that like one of the main things they do is nostalgia. Yeah. And you can't deny that the whole goal of an advertisement is to manipulate you. So it's just like,
of course.
But the question is, is that dude aware of all that?
Whoever he didn't write the fucking song. Right. I guarantee you that. Right. Well, ChatGPT wrote that fucking song. I don't think that dude's aware of. I mean, I'd have to know him personally, but like, to me, it would be like you accidentally kind of tune into what these people like, and you're like, oh, okay. And then you lean fully into it before you've even realized it. And then like, can you sleep at night? Cause like, as you know, as we talked about on the last week's episode, like there's a ton of Democrats in fucking Nashville, right? And they all hang out together and shit. Like, is he embarrassed? Like, he has to be embarrassed to go to some people's house.
Maybe you don't go to those people's house because we know that there's plenty of the other ones in Nashville too, right? Nashville's become a hotbed for all. I mean, Kid Rock lives in Nashville, and they hang out at. Well, I don't know who all of them is there, but I know at least for a while, like Ben Shapiro was there or something, and there, like there's. been a movement in that general direction, I think. But I did want to, and I guess I thought that this was perhaps the only appropriate way, to the most appropriate way to respond to that song. And I hope that I just, more than anything else, I just really hope that that guy sees this clip specific.
Well, I'll put it out.
If you're only listening, this is a dude who reacts. He's an online, which I'm not. When all they do is just sit there looking at something and then repost somebody else's shit, that don't hit for me. But this guy at least adds something to the equation.
Is he black?
Yes. So
yeah, okay. They're the best at that.
So here he goes.
Is this the diet halftime show y'all niggas was talking about?
I just wanna catch my fish.
What the fuck?
Drive my truck, drink my beer.
Drive my truck, drink my beer.
The fart's really hitting.
Not wake up to all this stuff I don't wanna hear.
Nigga, this shit over Bad Bunny? Yo, y'all niggas gotta be fucking joking.
So
that is fucking great.
You know, that's the only appropriate response to that. But yes, that guy, one thing I like about that guy, he had those like fart bass drops sometimes.
Oh, the fart bass drop, the 808 butt. Yeah. That's my jam.
All right. Well, that's it, I reckon. So come see us on the road individually. Well, them two together this weekend, but come see me. If you ain't in Athens this weekend and you are in Alabama instead, I'll be at the Star Dome. I'll be at the Star Dome this weekend.
Fuck that.
Birmingham/Hoover. And then next weekend, I'll be in Atlanta at the new Helium down there, which is in Alpharetta, apparently, which is not Atlanta, I gather, but they call it the Atlanta.
Yeah, it's not at all Atlanta.
Yeah, but either way, that I'll be there. I'm sure it hits, and come see me. And then there's a bunch of other places, including Denver and Steamboat Springs in March, and then on from there. All at TreyCrowder.com. Holler at it.
Listen to Gravy Baby. That's the podcast I have with Carmen Morales and DJ Lewis. We hit. Corey and I will be in Athens on February 15th. Mike Cooley from the Drive-By Truckers will be opening. There's some tickets left, and I mean, they're not many, but I thought it was none. Anyway, that was on me, though. So come to Athens and check us out. I am going to be in Denver March 27th. I'm going to be in, what day is it? I'm going to be in Bristol April 17th and 18th. Come see me.
Come see us in Athens. Also, March 29th, I will be in Atlanta at the Punchline. And if I'm not doing a show, but if you happen to be running around Juggalo weekend in Miami, I will also be there. So say hey, and we'll get you on camera talking about wrestling. And if you are a student at the University of Arkansas, I'll be giving a lecture right after the Juggalo thing. So my life's what it is.
Duality of show.
Duality of the show. But please, thank you to everybody who knocked me up to number 13 in humor on Substack. Everybody that has subscribed, especially the ones who pay for the subscription. I pretend that I love you both the same. And I mean, I guess I do, but I do appreciate it. So CoreyWritesForYou.com. You get my daily diaries, essays, audio dramas, all that stuff. Thank you all for listening to the WellRED Show. We'd love to stick around longer, but we got to go. Tune in next week if you got nothing to do. Thank you. God bless you. Good night and skew.
Fart.
Fart.
But we're still fancy, putting on airs. We might not know much about history, we don't care. We gon' get drunk and we talk about yachts. We gon' get drunk and we gon' talk a lot. Dress real fancy, sit in our chairs, sip on our tea, putting on airs. We collected from our love of Downton Abbey. We collected, we found out we're both so fancy. Hey, what's the difference between rednecks and royal families? Only money, cause they both have sex with family. Ew. Putting on airs. What other rednecks to talk about foreign affairs? Laughing so hard that we end up falling out our chairs. Sir Trey, Sir Corey, oh what a pair. High class topics with a redneck flair, oh yeah. Two rednecks but we're still fancy, putting on airs. We might not know much about history, we don't care. We gon' get drunk and we talk about yachts. We gon' get drunk and we gon' talk a lot. Dress real fancy, sit in our chairs, sip on our tea, putting on airs. Two rednecks but we're still fancy, putting on airs. We might not know much about history, we don't care. We gon' get drunk and we talk about yachts. We gon' get drunk and we gon' talk a lot. Dress real fancy, sit in our chairs, sip on our tea, putting on airs. Okay, it's Team Squirrel or Team Trey. Oh yeah, we keeping it basic. He thinks that the squirrels at Corey's mom's house are racist. And you know squirrels live in the same place for generations. So Trey, you better count your days and you better count your blessings. Cause all the squirrels that you ran over, that you think are nameless, faceless, their families are getting together and plotting on you from the attic and basement. So even though Corey is dumb, fat, and bald, he knows how to avoid drama, don't get squirrels involved. Two rednecks but we're still fancy, putting on airs. We might not know much about history, we don't care. We gon' get drunk and we talk about yachts. We gon' get drunk and we gon' talk a lot. Dress real fancy, sit in our chairs, sip on our tea, putting on airs. Two rednecks but we're still fancy, putting on airs. We might not know much about history, we don't care. We gon' get drunk and we talk about yachts. We gon' get drunk and we gon' talk a lot. Dress real fancy, sit in our chairs, sip on our tea, putting on airs.